but they're checking to see if the baby's okay. They check the fluid and they're like, hold on, it's no fluid in here, sis. Like, what do you it's no fluid in here, so your water broke. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, welcome back. You made it again. You're a real one, okay? I fuck with you. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. You clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe. Join the family, join the team, join the gang, okay? So we're just gonna get right into it. Today I'll be talking about my birth, well, my labor and delivery story. Cause originally I wanted to like make a YouTube start like in the beginning of my pregnancy and stuff like that, but how everything went, I was just procrastinating. Like, I could have done it, but I didn't. So I mean, you guys are gonna get the story. I might insert some footage. I didn't record a lot. I just recorded like on Instagram and Snapchat and stuff like that. Stop kicking. It's still side kicking. But I didn't record a lot. Look through my phone and stuff, see if I got footage. But if not, I'll just be explaining to you what happened. Found out I was pregnant in December of 2018. Girl, I was so scared. Like, how it was when I first found out. I found out because I missed my period. That's most of the time how everybody finds out. And my period was all my period was always like on time all the time, the same day, or I knew it was always at the end of the month. I didn't get it, so I'm like, oh my god. But I was still in denial. So boom, we got pregnancy tests. I got like two or three. Yeah. Took a pregnancy test, and when it's positive, it's 2 lines. When it's negative, it's 1 line. So the first time, it was 2 lines, but one of them was really light. So I'm just like, nah. Took another one, and this time, the line was darker. The second line was darker. So I'm just like, I be Googling everything. I Googled, I'm like, oh my god, pregnancy test, 1 line is light, blah, blah, blah. It said it was positive. So long story short, it said it was positive, and I'm just like, nah, it's not. So, yeah, I had 2 and not 3. I had 2 pregnancy tests, and basically they were both positive, but I'm still in denial. I'm like, nope. My ass went to the damn emergency room. Bruh. I went to the emergency room to get a damn pregnancy test when I could have gone to the damn dollar store and got 4 more. And like, anyway, I went to the damn emergency room, and you know, I was just like, what are you here for? Like, what's wrong? Just like, I need to find out if I'm pregnant. They're like, oh, you can't go to the store. I'm like, no, I want to make sure I'm pregnant. I low-key knew, but then I didn't want it to be true. Not that I didn't want to get pregnant. Like, who wants to get pregnant at a young age? Nobody. So, like, I knew it was true, but then I didn't want to believe it. I peed in a cup, and they told me to wait outside. As I'm waiting outside, I'm over here biting my nails. Like, I'm so nervous. I didn't want to believe it. I was in denial still. Then, not even a minute after I peed in the cup, aidaozunax, they called me. I'm just like, oh my god, that was fast. It was like a minute, 2 minutes. I went inside. They're like, congratulations, you're pregnant. And I'm just like, congratulations, bitch. Like, do y'all see? I'm happy. So boom, like, after that, I was just a wreck. Not a wreck, but I was just emotional, crying. I didn't know what to think. I didn't tell anybody. Well, and it's crazy because I'm going to try to, like, insert, like, the date of when, like, I knew I wasn't pregnant, but like months before, I bought a pregnancy test and pranked my cousin and my sister in a group chat. And I put I was like, oh my god, like, it was a prank, but it's crazy because I spoke it into existence. Like, that's why you can't jinx yourself. I jinxed myself, basically. I ended up pregnant. It was bound to happen, you know, not using protection, you know, boom, boom, boom. Boom, we're grown. Ended up telling them. First, I ended up telling my cousins and my sister because I feel like I trust them. They had their intake on it, whatever. So then I told my mom. My mom doesn't live in the same state as I do. So I ended up calling her on the phone. And I was like, I have something to tell you. I feel like moms already know. Yeah, she already knew. And like, she just told me like, oh, well, it's going to be okay. My mom was like, she is still supportive, even though we may not live in the same like state. I talk to her every day. She's still supportive of me. I ended up telling my dad as well. And yeah, and basically I ended up telling my family, not my family, but my mom and my dad. Obviously they're gonna tell everybody else, but I didn't post it on social media, I think, until I found out the gender, which I think is like a month or a few weeks after. I was probably like, yeah, probably a month. And then that's when I finally posted, like the sonogram on Instagram. I remember, and everybody's like, oh my God, but I've been pregnant before that. I just posted it later on. I was gonna pull a Kylie Jenner and not tell anybody until boom, the baby comes out. But I feel like I wanted to share pictures of my belly and stuff like that. Basically, my whole pregnancy, I was in school. And first I started massage therapy school, and then I went to esthetician school. When I first massage therapy went in December when I first found out I was pregnant, and that ended in, I believe, June or July. And then right after that, I started esthetician school, and I finally graduated. I graduated in August, and thank the Lord I graduated before I had him. He was due September the 1st. He didn't end up coming until the 6th. So you know I was ready to have this baby. You know I was ready to have you, baby. You know I was ready to have you, huh? I was ready. I was doing exercises. I was on the yoga ball. I was walking miles. I was jumping up and down, like eating foods, drinking tea. But that's the thing. You could do whatever you want to do, but the baby, he's not going to come out until he feels like it. He's not going to come out until he feels like it. So at that moment, it was crazy. And then, okay, so it was September 1st, which I believe it was a Monday. Yeah, it was a Monday. And I mean, doctors never really know, like, when the baby's really coming. There's just an estimate on when they think the baby's coming. But I mean, I'm a first-time mom, you know. And she even told me, like, oh, don't get discouraged. You're a first-time mother, so he might extend his stay. I wanted to evict him, period. It was a Monday, and they said, okay, we're gonna set an appointment for you Friday. Friday the I forgot what date it was. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday the 5th. For you, Friday the 5th. If you have the baby by then, just call us, let us know. If not, you come in and we'll check you out. Then finally it's Friday and Josiah's still not here. So then I went in, they checked, you know, they did everything. You pee in a cup, they check your weight, they check your blood pressure, and pressure was high. She's like, oh, like they put the little thingy on you, the arm thingy, and it was and then she's like, oh my God. I'm just like, what? I'm like, what? And she was like, your blood pressure is high. Mind you, they took forever to see me, so I'm over here. I didn't know it was contractions at the time. Josiah. I didn't know it was contractions at the time. I'm just thinking it's like, you know, I don't know. I wasn't thinking at all. But guess what, sis? They were contractions. They were just building up, building up. And at times, I caught myself because they were starting to get strong. So then she checked my blood pressure like 3 times, and the 3rd time it was even higher. So then finally I went to go see the nurse, the practitioner, and she laid me down. She checked she put her fingers all the way in there, and she checked me, and she's like, oh yeah, I could feel your cervix softening up. I'm gonna go ahead and do a membrane sweep, and we're gonna try to have this baby today or tonight. And I'm just like, oh, thank the Lord. And then she's like, but we're gonna have to admit you to the hospital because your blood pressure is high. That is dangerous. It may be preeclampsia. And yeah, so then finally I didn't go from there to the hospital. I went home, ate, took a shower. Remember what I ate? Raviolis and watermelon on some pregnant shit. That's like, who eats watermelon and raviolis together? I don't know, but I will never forget, because I couldn't finish, like, I couldn't finish it because of the contraction. So I took it. We're on the way to the hospital. Took it. My contractions were getting stronger and stronger. I couldn't even drive. Mind you, I drove to the appointment, but I couldn't drive back home. So my cousin, shout out to Eliana, my cousin was driving back home and drove us to the hospital. Mind you, she never drove in Florida before. So Florida drivers, if you don't live in Florida, Florida drivers are crazy. So she never drove in Florida before. So take a shot every time I say Florida, because sis, you said it about 10 times. You're gonna be drunk. But I was gonna drive, like, low-key I was going to drive, but the pain was too much. So she was driving, and I'm like, don't go so fast, because people are crazy. But I'm like, oh, you're going too slow. She was like, you're telling me to go fast, but you're telling me to slow down. I don't understand. I'm like, just come on. Like, and basically from here to the hospital is about, we got to go on the interstate. So about like 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes. But with traffic and, Finally get to the hospital. And, my contractions are getting stronger and stronger. And I tell you, that is nothing to play with. Contractions are nothing to play with. That is the worst feeling. The most painful feeling you can ever feel. I don't know. It's not a pain that you can describe. If you have a child, you know contractions is not something to play with. So finally we got to the hospital. And I'm not admitted because they think I'm not in labor. I'm getting contractions and stuff, but can't tell me if I'm in labor or not. They're just checking the baby because I have high blood pressure. So I'm sitting in a room for hours. If what felt like hours was probably like two hours. And they're just checking him coming in, and I'm just like, at this point I'm getting annoyed. Like, I'm just acting like a total bitch, like an asshole. And I'm just like, can y'all give me something? Like, when is the doctor gonna come in? Because I don't think I could take this pain anymore. And she kept telling me, bless you. She kept telling me the same thing over and over. Like, oh, we just had to wait for the doctors to come in and blah, 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 blah. That nurse was rude. I have no complaints on my hospital, but that one nurse, the first lady, rude. And I'm in pain, so you gotta be caring and compassionate. She was not any of that. But anyway, we'll let you know. We're still trying to get the doctor to come and blah, 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 blah. Girl, I wasn't trying to hear none of that. I had an attitude. I'm annoyed. Finally, the doctor comes in. She says that we had to do an ultrasound just to make sure the baby's okay and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this damn shit. So, mind you, the ultrasound room is all the way on the other side of the hospital. I'm having contractions. And finally, I get to the ultrasound room, lay down. It's even worse. The contractions are even worse because I got to lay down flat. And finally, they're checking and stuff like that. I'm breathing through my contractions at this point. But they're checking to see if the baby's okay. They check the fluid, and they're like, hold on. It's no fluid in here, sis. Like, what do you... It's no fluid in here. So, your water broke. And I'm just like, oh, shit.